Hello students, it is Atwar sir here welcoming you. So this is our fourth part of the chapter 10 of class 10, reflection of light. So in the last three videos I explained a little bit of how it reflects, how light reflects in case of plane mirror, how it is, what is a spherical mirror, all these things I explained. I think you understood and you enjoyed the videos. So in this video we are going to discuss the how focus of spherical mirror is defined. So as I have given the definition in the last video, what is the focus of spherical mirror, but that was from the geometric point of view, okay. But today we will discuss from the reflection point of view, how a spherical mirror has focus and how the focus of the spherical mirror is defined. So you can have two definitions, but if it is asked to write the asked to write the definition of spherical mirror, then definitely you have to write this one today. That one I am going to discuss, okay. And then we have to study some rules regarding reflection of light rays of different orientation. When I'll explain, you'll understand what is orientation and how light rays are reflecting there, okay. So this second part is very important when you're going to study the image formation in case of spherical mirror, okay. I think you have not got spherical mirror. This is the first time you're getting in class 10, so it is very important to understand what is spherical mirror, which already discussed, and how images are formed in case of a spherical mirror. As we know, there are two types of spherical mirror. We have concave and convex. So here we see we have to understand how focus of a spherical mirror, means concave and convex both are defined. That is very important. So let's start the video. So here you see I have written something here. You can see definition of focus of spherical mirror. That is, one star mark is given and written that any ray that is coming from infinite distance is all very important. This point is very important. Wait a minute. Any ray that is coming from infinite distance is always parallel to the principal axis. I explained what is principal axis, but still again I am telling you what is principal axis. Suppose this is the concave mirror we have. So here this is the pole, this is the center of curvature, and in the middle point it is focus. That day I explained this. Now you see which one is called principal axis. Principal axis is that line which joins the pole with the center of curvature. Understood now? So if a ray of light is coming from infinite distance, you know infinity, there is no finite value. From infinite distance, from infinity, if the ray is coming from infinite distance, that ray always comes in parallel with the principal axis. You have to understand this. When a ray of light is coming from infinite distance, that ray of light is always parallel to the principal axis. Actually what happens, suppose the sunlight, you can see sunlight is coming from infinite distance. We know that it's so far away from here. So sunlights are coming parallelly, you understand this is suppose the sun, this is sun. Lights are coming like this parallelly, lights are coming parallelly from the sun. You have to understand this. Understood now? So this is very important. You have to understand that any ray of light that is coming from infinite distance, that is always parallel, okay. And parallel to what? In case of mirror, parallel to the principal axis of the mirror. Now you see what happens in case of concave, in case of convex. This is a concave mirror. Wait, this is a concave mirror. So in case of concave mirror, you see one ray is coming from infinite distance. At infinity I have written, you see, at infinity. So at infinity means one object is there, AB is the object, like this. You see I have drawn A, this is B, AB is the object here, this one is the object. And where the object is, we consider that the object is at infinite distance. If this is at infinite distance, then the rays coming from object AB, like this ray, this is the incident ray, this is another ray, these two rays I have drawn only two. You can see the book, in the book it is given 4 rays, okay. so you can draw more than 2. Okay, it's up to you how much rays you're drawing, how many rays you're drawing. But here I have drawn 2 only, so that you can understand very clearly. If I draw more than 2, it will be more compact, more haphazard. This diagram will be more chaotic, so you will not understand. That's why I have drawn only 2 rays. So you have to understand that AB is the object, and you remember one thing: objects, listen, objects are always put erect. Okay, objects are always put erect. Okay, हमें object erect put करना है. Okay, we cannot place object inverted. Okay, we cannot place the object like this. You cannot place like this. Wait a minute, I'm showing like this. You cannot put the object like this. Suppose this is A, this is B. You cannot put. Objects are always put erect. Clear? Now this object is where? At infinite distance. That's why any ray that is coming from that object, like AB, from the point A, this ray is coming. You can draw more rays like this. You can draw more rays from here. From here also you can draw. It's up to you. You can see the book, page number, wait a minute, page number 162. You can see the book. In that book, more than 2 rays. There are 4 rays given there. You can see and you can understand. Now you see this ray is coming from what? From infinite distance. That's why this ray is parallel to what? Parallel to this axis. What axis it is? This axis is called principal axis. Why? Because this axis joins the pole and the center of curvature. You see, this line is joining the center of curvature and pole. That's why this is what? This is a principal axis. And as the ray is coming from infinite distance, that's why you see the rays are parallel, both this one and this one. Both the rays are parallel to the principal axis. This is the rule. You must understand that. There is, I mean, any ray that is coming from infinite distance, those rays are always parallel to the principal axis. This is a rule. Okay, now you see, I'll come back this one afterwards. You remember one thing: any ray, there are another rule I'm going to tell. Any ray that is parallel to the principal axis always passes through focus after reflection. This is the incident ray, is it? This is the incident ray. Why? Because this ray is coming and falling on the mirror. You see, falling on the mirror. That's why this is the incident ray, and this will definitely reflect. Why? Because this is a mirror. This is a mirror. So as this is a mirror, this will reflect. How it will reflect? It will reflect through focus. Okay, why? You have to understand that. Why? Okay, that part I am coming after maybe after 5 minutes. Okay, now you remember that any ray which is parallel to the principal axis should pass through focus. Okay, rays that are incident parallel to the principal axis pass through the focus of the spherical mirror. Okay, so you see, from the point A, the ray is going, and it is incident on the mirror, and after reflection, through what point it will pass? It should pass through F. Similarly, this one also, it is going parallel, and after reflection, it is passing through focus. You see, it is passing through focus. So what can I say? You see, the rays coming from infinite distance, this one and this one, the rays coming from infinite distance, what happens to those 2 rays? After reflection, they are meeting at one point. You see, it is coming and meeting, it is coming and meeting at the point. That means we can say that they are converging to that point. Understood? They are converging. Converge means to meet at one point. Converge means to meet at one point. Okay, converging means to meet at one point. That means you see, the 2 rays which are coming from infinite distance, they are converging to one point. What point? That point. That point is called the focus. So how you have to define? If the question, suppose I ask you the question, define the focus of concave mirror, then how you have to define? You have to define like this. You see, all incident rays on a spherical mirror coming from infinite distance, or you can say coming from infinity, converges. So here it is converges, you see. Converges means meet after reflection, they are meeting at one point. Okay, converge means they are meeting at one point. Okay, similarly what happens here, you see, this is what, this is the convex mirror. Okay, this is the convex mirror. In case of convex mirror, the rule will be same. What is the rule? The infinite distance, from the infinite distance, this ray and this ray is coming, and these two rays are coming, and after reflection they should pass through focus. But what is the funda here? What is the problem here? Here the focus is towards the right. You see, focus is towards the right. Why? I explained in the last video. Because this is a convex mirror, and in case of convex mirror, focus is towards the right. Why? Because this is bending like this, bending in this side, no, bending in this side. So the sphere will be in this side, so it will be having center in this side, and in between P and C we are having the focus. That's why you can see that the focus is towards the right. And what happens, this is what, this part, this area is behind the, this area is behind the, this is behind the mirror. Okay, this is behind. Okay, and we know that no rays can pass through the mirror, no rays can go beyond the mirror. Why? Because this is the property, this is the property of a mirror. Mirror cannot transmit its ray. Okay, it can reflect only. So you see, the rule was what was the rule? That was the rule that the any ray which is coming, listen, any ray which is coming parallel to the principal axis, after reflection what happens, it should pass through the focus. That means it should pass like this, wait, like this, it should pass like this, but it is not passing like this. Why? Because it should reflect, it cannot transmit through that. That's why we have to say that the ray which is coming parallelly, this one, parallelly to the principal axis, after reflection it will reflect in that direction. Listen, it will reflect in that direction, so that we can say that this ray is coming from focus. You see, the ray is coming from focus. You see, this ray, we can say that this ray appears to come from focus. Clear? Understood? This ray, you see, this one, this ray, this reflected ray after this incident ray after reflection should pass through focus, but it is not possible in case of convex mirror because the focus is behind the mirror. That's why the reflected ray should pass such that it is coming from F. So you see this, I have given dotted line. You see, I have given dotted line in the behind the mirror. Why? Because listen, dotted lines are virtual lines. Virtual, they are not real. That means virtual means what? Which is not real, we say that one as virtual. So virtual rays should be drawn dotted. Okay, you have to draw dotted line. Understood? Understood now? Okay. Now you see, so here you see from the point B, this ray is going from the point B, this one. There also it should pass through focus, but it is not possible for convex mirror to pass through focus. So it will pass like this, so that we can say that it is coming from F. Okay, so that it should come from F. So what we can say here, in case of this mirror, wait a minute, what happened to my pen? In case of convex mirror, you see these two rays, this one and this one, they are spreading, you can say they are spreading from the point F. It seems like it is actually not spreading from the point F. These two rays, this one and this one, these two rays, actually these two rays are coming from A and B, but in this diagram, if we say the geometry of the diagram, we can say that these two rays, this one and this one, they are coming from F. We can say they appears to come from F. They are not actually coming from the point F, but we can say they appears to come from F. So we can say here in case of concave, we have seen that they are meeting at one point. They are meeting, they are converging. Meeting means converging. And in case of this mirror, in case of convex mirror, you see the two rays are spreading from one point. They are diverging. Diverge means going away. Diverge means going away, like this, from one point. This is the point, suppose from one point one ray is going like this, one ray is going like this. So they are diverging from that point. Clear? So that's why, listen, that's why concave, listen very carefully, this concave mirror is called converging mirror. Understood? Concave mirror is called converging mirror and convex mirror is called diverging mirror. Why? In case of concave mirror, the rays are converging. In case of convex mirror, the rays are diverging from one point. You see, the rays are diverging from the point focus. So you see how to define the focus? We have to define like this. See, after reflection, what happened? The rays coming parallel to the principal axis, the rays coming parallel to the principal axis, after reflection converges or appears to diverge. Actually it is not coming from F, that's why we have to say appears to diverge. This appears to diverge from the point F. Clear? Understood? Okay. So how to define? How to define? Wait, this way. You see, all incident rays on a spherical mirror coming from infinity. Clear? All incident rays, these incident rays were coming from infinity. That's why all incident ray, how to define that one I am telling. All incident ray that is coming from, okay, that is incident, all incident rays on a spherical mirror coming from infinity converges. Converges in which case? Converges in the case of concave. Okay, converges or appears to diverge, from a definite point, from one point. Na, it is appears to diverge from one point, this point. Wait a minute, from this point. So you see, from the point which is called the focus, you see, appears to diverge from a definite point on the principal axis. You see, the point is on the principal axis, focus is always on the principal axis. That point is called focus of spherical mirror. Clear? Doubt clear ho gaya? Okay. Now, you have to write this. Okay, I will give the note. Okay, I will make the note and I will make the note in PDF format and I will give it to you. Now you see, next slide. Okay, so here you see I have written image formation by spherical mirror. It's very important. This is the ultimate thing we have to understand. Okay, this is the main thing we have to understand, how images are formed. Okay, in optics means in light, we study all these things, how images are formed. Before that, understanding the image formation, we should understand some rules. Some rules are there, some laws are there, some rules, or you can say laws. Some laws are there, we have to understand those laws. Okay, let's start to understand those laws. Okay, now there are some rules. What rules are there? You see, number one, rays incident parallel to the principal axis. Already I explained this. You see, if you have the mirror, like this, you have the mirror, suppose concave mirror it is, wait, concave mirror it is. So in this concave mirror, okay, in this concave mirror, you see, this is the principal axis. Wait, my pen is not good. Okay, so try to understand. This is focus, this is center of curvature, this is pole. Now you see, if any ray which is coming parallel to the principal axis should pass through focus, like this, you have to give the direction. Remember, you have to give the direction. Now how is it possible? Why it is passing through focus? You have to understand. Away nahi you have to understand that why, if a ray is coming parallel to the principal axis, it is passing through focus. Why is that so? You have to understand. So let me go to the previous slide. Here you see this is coming parallel. Now to understand that, we have to go to this point. Wait, so let me make you understood here. Okay, now you see here what happens. Suppose you have, listen very carefully, this is very important. Suppose you have a circle. This is the circle. Okay, so suppose it is a circle. Now it's this circle has a center, definitely here. This is suppose O is the center. Now I ask you to draw some radius of the circle. How you will draw? From the center to any point on the, this is the radius, any point on the surface of the circle. This is the radius, this is the radius. Similarly, this is the radius. Okay, this is the radius. This way, this will be the radius. Okay, now one more thing you have to understand. This is a circle, the radius are there. This radius line is always, listen, always perpendicular. This point is 90 degree, always perpendicular. Wait, this is 90 degree. Here also this will be 90 degree. Here also this will be 90 degree. Here also this will be 90 degree. Here also. If you draw millions of radii, there also all the radii are perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular to what? To the perimeter of the, you can say, to the surface of the, not surface actually, to the perimeter of the circle. Okay, all are perpendicular to the perimeter of the circle. So similarly here also you see, in this case, if I complete this one, if I complete this circle here, it has a center where? At C. Remember I told yesterday. So this is the center, this is the focus. Now if I draw any line which is passing through C to the surface of the mirror, like this dotted line, you see this dotted line is there. Wait, this C is the center, na? C is the center. So if C is the center, if I draw any line, wait, if I draw any line here, this is the mirror, so it has a center. Where it has a center? Here, C. So if I draw any ray C to P, this is also radius, this is also 90 degree, clear? This is also 90 degree. If I draw like this is also 90 degree. If I draw like this is also 90 degree, clear? Okay, if I draw like this will also be 90 degree. So in case of plane mirror, you remember, in case of plane mirror, if any ray which is coming, listen, if any ray which is coming like this normally will pass through the same point, will reflect like this. Ray is coming like this, it is falling and it is going through the same line. Okay, similarly here also it will happen. Here also you see, if you have this center, so this center, from this center you are drawing suppose one ray, like this one ray you are drawing. This ray, how it will reflect? It should reflect like this. Understood? Because this is perpendicular, this is falling normally. Understood? I think you understood this. Because this is falling normally, this is center, this is falling normally 90 degree. That's why this is a rule, when it is falling normally, it should come back through its original path. So similarly here also we can say that this dotted line, this dotted line is what? Perpendicular. Okay, this dotted line is perpendicular to the spherical mirror, clear? Now this perpendicular we can say this is a normal. Okay, let me write n here. This is the normal. Now this is the incident ray. Okay, this is the incident ray. From the point A it is going, and it is falling on the mirror. Where it is falling? On the mirror. Suppose I am giving one point O. Clear? O is the incident point. Remember first video, O is the incident point. So you see what happened here. You remember the first law of reflection, what it was? I is equal to R. Okay, I is equal to R. Now what is I? I is the incident angle. And which one is I? I is the incident angle. Incident angle is the angle made by the incident ray with the normal. Which one is incident ray? From the point A it is going, this is the incident ray, and it is making what angle? I have denoted the angle I here. You see, I have denoted the angle I here. Okay, you see the I angle, you can see there I is there, one I is there. So this is incident angle. Why? Because this angle is made by the incident ray with what? With the normal. Why it is normal? Because listen, if any ray which is passing through C, any ray which is passing through C and falling on the surface of the mirror is always normal to the mirror. Clear? So this is incident ray and this is making angle I, this is incident angle. Similarly, this is reflected ray. Clear? This is reflected ray. So reflected ray is making one angle, and that angle I told in the first video, it is R, reflected angle or angle of reflection. And what it is said? I is equal to R. Okay, I is equal to R. Now you see, this I is equal to R you have to maintain here, and it is maintained if you see, if the ray is passing through focus. That means when a ray of light is incident perpendicular, when a ray of light is incident parallel like this, parallel to the principal axis, it should pass through focus. Otherwise it will not be valid. The law of reflection will not be valid. To hold good, the law of reflection to be hold good, there this is utmost necessary. It should pass through focus so that the law of reflection is valid. Clear? Now you go to the next slide here. Wait, you see this one, rays incident through C. I already explained rays incident through C. You can see there, rays incident through C. As I have already explained, if any ray which is passing through center, listen very carefully, this is very important. If any ray which is passing through C, center of curvature, C is the center of curvature, that is always normal perpendicular to the mirror. And if you have a mirror, any mirror, maybe plane, maybe spherical, maybe some other mirror, if the ray is falling normally, it should reflect normally, it should pass through the same line. So you see here, in this case, this ray for this concave mirror, this ray, you see this ray, it is falling normally. Why? Because this one will be 90 degree. Clear? This angle will be 90 degree. That's why as this angle is 90 degree, we can say that this incident ray is falling normally. As it is falling normally, how it will reflect? It will reflect through the same line. That's why I have given these two arrows here. Understood? But it is a little bit different in case of convex. Why? You see, in convex mirror we have the center of curvature towards the right. Towards the right means where? Behind the mirror. And if it is behind the mirror, the ray should not pass through C. But if we make, listen, if we make a ray which appears to pass through C, like I have made here, you see this ray, if I extend in the back side of the mirror, it would pass through C. Clear? So we can say that this ray is also what? Normal. This angle is also 90 degree. Clear? Understood? Listen, I can explain in other way also. As this dotted line, you see, as this dotted line is passing through C, that means this angle will be how much? Wait, this angle will be 90 degree. Clear? As this angle is 90 degree, this angle will also be 90 degree. Clear? this angle will also be 90 degree. Why? Total it is 180 degree na. So as this is 90 degree, wait, as this angle is 90 degree, as this angle is 90 degree, this should also be 90 degree. So I can say that the ray is falling normally here also. The ray is falling normally because, listen, because this is appears to cut the point C. That's why it will pass through the same line. Okay, it will reflect through the same line. And why I have given dotted line in the back side? Because the ray cannot pass, listen, the ray cannot pass really through the center of curvature. As it is not real, we can say it is virtual. Virtual is that thing which is not real, and virtual things are here. In case of light, we have to draw by dot, okay, dotted line. That's why you understood this. So if any ray, listen, if any ray, in case of concave, in case of convex, if any ray is passing through C or appears to pass through C, then this ray is falling normally on the mirror surface, and as it is falling normally on the mirror surface, it always reflects through the same line. Okay, done. Next, okay, first one I have not explained here. Okay, if any ray which is passing, which is incident parallel to the principal axis, should pass through focus. Clear? Why? Because here if I draw the normal, my pen is not good. Okay, my pen is, I have to use one good pen. Due to lockdown I cannot buy. I will definitely buy one pen here. Okay, fine. So you see, this is this, wait, let me draw first. So you see, this is what incident angle. Incident angle is this. This is reflected angle R. So I is equal to R we have to maintain, because law of, listen, one more thing, whether it is spherical mirror, whether it is plane mirror, any mirror, the law of reflection, there are two laws I explained. These two laws of reflection should hold good, should be valid. Clear? Any ray of light that is reflected, if it has to reflect, it has to maintain those two laws. I is equal to R, it has to maintain. Okay. Similarly here also you see, in this case here also you see, the ray of light is passing parallel to the principal axis. This is the principal axis because it is connecting P and C. So this is the principal axis. Any ray that is parallel to the principal axis should pass through focus, but here it cannot pass through focus. So it will reflect such that it is coming from focus. Okay, it is like it is passing through focus, but you have to give dotted line in the behind the mirror. You remember this, any ray, you have anything you have to draw behind the mirror except the principal axis, you have to draw dotted line. Okay, now second one is done. Now third one, rays incident through F. So it is opposite. Clear? It is opposite to this. Here you see, opposite to this one, it is opposite to this one. Here what happened, here the incident ray is what? Incident ray is parallel to the principal axis and reflected ray is passing through focus, but here it will be ulta, opposite. Here the incident ray is passing through focus, and the reflected ray is parallel to the principal axis. It is opposite to that, just opposite to that. If any ray which is incident, wait, here I can draw here. If any ray which is incident like this, suppose this is the focus, if I draw like this, this is incidenting. So how it will reflect? It will reflect like this. Why? These are parallel, you see, these are parallel, this should be parallel. Okay, so if I draw like this, this is focus, suppose this is focus. If it is going like this, how it will reflect? It will reflect like this. Clear? Now you go for convex. This is the convex, this is focus. Focus will be in this side definitely. Any ray which is coming like this, so that it will meet the focus, if I extend this one, it will meet focus. So I can say that this ray is incidenting, okay, through focus. How it will reflect? It cannot go beyond the mirror, it will reflect like this. Okay, so this is the rule. So rules are what? Any ray which is passing through the focus should be parallel. The reflected ray should be parallel to the principal axis. Here you see the reflected ray is parallel to the principal axis. Okay. See the directions, very very important, these directions. This is the incident ray. Okay, from the direction you can say which one is incident ray. Incident ray is that ray which is falling on the mirror. Reflected ray is that ray which is going away from the mirror. You see, this is going away from the mirror, this is falling on the mirror. So which one is incident? Definitely this one is incident, this one is reflected. Clear? Reflected ray should be parallel to the principal axis. Done. It is opposite to the case 1. Now you see, you go to the last one. This is the last one. Okay. Here also, as I explained, if any line which is passing through C, any line which is passing through C and meeting any point on the surface of the mirror is what? Is normal. Clear? This is the normal, that is why I have written here normal. Clear? So any ray which is coming to the mirror is incident ray, and this incident ray is making with the normal one angle, that angle is incident angle. So how it will reflect? Following the same rule, it will reflect through this line, so that I is equal to R. Similarly, in this case, in the case of convex also, same thing. This is the normal, this is normal, this is normal, this is normal. So any ray which is passing like this should reflect like this. Okay, so that the law of reflection is valid. Clear? So this much is for this today's class. So in the next video we will discuss how the image of objects are been formed by the spherical mirror, how images are formed by the spherical mirror for different objects, for different locations of the object. Okay, so you see in the content part what I explained, you see I told that I will explain for different orientation. Different orientation means these orientations. You see, this is one orientation, you can say this is passing parallel, how it will reflect. If it is passing parallel, it will reflect, how it will reflect. If it is going through the center of curvature, how it will reflect. If it is going through the focus, how it will reflect. If it is going directly obliquely, it is falling on the mirror, how this is obliquely falling. Now obliquely means making some angle, it is falling obliquely, so how it will reflect? It will reflect like this. Clear? So if I take the if I give the review, let me go here. So some rules are there. So rules are what? Here you see rules are there. So listen very carefully, I am just giving the summary. So if you see, if the incident ray, listen very very carefully, if the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, the reflected ray should pass through the focus. Clear? Clear? Okay. So if the incident ray is going through C, it will come back. Why? Because it is normal, it is perpendicular. If the incident ray is passing through F, if it is passing through F, it will be reflected parallel to the principal axis, just opposite to rule 1. And the last one, if it is oblique, then following the law of reflection, it will reflect. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you.